In this video, we dive into a fascinating alternative history scenario. What if the Cold War had never occurred? Just take a moment and imagine the world we could be living in right now if the intense tensions and rivalries between the United States and the Soviet Union had never spiraled into a full-blown conflict. So, grab your seatbelts, because we are about to embark on this thought-provoking exploration of a truly captivating what if. To fully comprehend the ramifications of a world without the Cold War, we need to first establish the context and revisit some key moments in history. After the cataclysmic events of World War II, Europe was left in shambles, its cities and economies in ruins. Amid this turmoil, two superpowers emerged from the ashes: the United States and the Soviet Union. But what if, instead of allowing their ideological differences to drive them apart into a bitter and destructive rivalry, they decided to embrace the path of cooperation and collaboration? Now, let's visualize this alternate timeline together. Picture a scenario where the U.S. and the USSR joined forces to rebuild the war-torn landscape of Europe, rather than competing for influence and control. The Marshall Plan, which played a crucial role in providing aid to Western European nations, could have been expanded to encompass Soviet territories as well. This united effort might have sparked unprecedented economic growth and stability across the entire continent, fundamentally transforming the landscape of Europe for the better. Such a spirit of cooperation could have laid the groundwork for a stronger and more unified Europe. Instead of the formation of NATO and the Warsaw Pact, we might have witnessed the establishment of a collective security agreement that promotes peace, understanding, and collaboration among nations. But let us take a moment to reflect on the broader impact this would have had on global politics and how the dynamics of international relations would have shifted dramatically. Without the backdrop of the Cold War, we likely would not have seen significant conflicts such as the Korean War, the Vietnam War, or the Cuban Missile Crisis. These pivotal events, which resulted in immense suffering and loss of life, may have unfolded in entirely different manners, allowing these regions to develop more peacefully and avoid the intense struggles and human suffering that were associated with those conflicts. Let's zoom in on some critical hotspots around the globe, such as Asia and the Middle East. If the U.S. and the USSR had genuinely collaborated, we could have witnessed a more stable China, potentially bypassing the Cultural Revolution that altered its course so dramatically. In the Middle East, a united front might have redefined the dynamics of the long-standing Israel-Palestine conflict, possibly leading to a more peaceful coexistence instead of the ongoing strife we see today. Now, we can't overlook the realm of technology. The space race was a significant catalyst for innovation during the Cold War era. Without this competitive drive, would we have experienced the same level of advancements in technology, space exploration, and even the birth of the Internet? Or might scientific progress have unfolded at a slower pace, lacking the urgency that competition often brings? Imagine a world where space exploration was a collaborative endeavor rather than a race. We could have established a permanent human presence on the moon by the 1980s, and perhaps even set our sights on Mars much earlier than we did in our actual timeline. The opportunities for scientific collaboration could have been truly limitless, opening doors to discoveries that we can only dream of today. Culturally speaking, the Cold War had a profound effect on music, art, and literature. Without the looming fear of communism influencing societal norms, we might have witnessed a radically different cultural landscape. The counterculture movements that emerged in the 1960s may not have taken shape in the same way, fundamentally altering everything from musical expression to social movements advocating for change and progress. However, it's essential to recognize that this alternate reality wouldn't be all sunshine and rainbows. A world devoid of the Cold War could also present its own set of challenges. The absence of a clear ideological battle might have led to less innovation in military technology and defense strategies, potentially leaving us vulnerable and unprepared for other global threats that could have arisen in this new landscape. In our present day, we are confronted with a myriad of pressing challenges such as climate change, pandemics, and cybersecurity threats. While a united front against these issues could have emerged sooner in this alternate world, we must ponder, without the Cold War, would we have developed the same sense of urgency to tackle these problems head-on? So, what are your thoughts? Do you believe a world without the Cold War would have resulted in a better, more harmonious existence for all? Or might it have led us to confront a different set of challenges that could be just as daunting? We would love to hear your insights and perspectives in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it thought-provoking, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our future content.